Okay, so I just picked out my TBR draw picks because I thought I was going to have my Nana do it, but she didn't want to be on camera, even though she did say hi to you guys in the weekly vlog. Um, but I picked out 5 books from my TBR jar, and one of them I have to throw away because one of them I just recently unhauled. I mean, it's still in my library, so maybe I can still read it, but I have it in my unhaul pile, and that is I'll Be the One by Lila Lee. I recently unhauled that. You guys will see that in an unhaul video soon. So I'm gonna pick one more. This one. Ooh. I recently unhauled this one as well. Oh my goodness. This is why I don't like picking my own books. This one. Ooh, Unbirthday. Yes, I'll take that. So Unbirthday by Liz Braswell. This one I was really shocked at. This is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Honestly, I might change that one as well. Ooh, Stories of Jedi and Sith. That's a short story anthology that I need to read still. So, yay. And then we have Labanzia. I'm so sorry for butchering the name. I'll grab the books here in a few minutes. And then Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. So, yay, pretty happy with all of them. I might keep Ugly Love in there. I haven't decided unless I get a better book than Ugly Love. Let's see. Oh no, I unhauled this one too. Ah, come on, just give me something already. Ooh, A Tale for Sorcery by Chris Colfer. I can definitely change that. So, yeah, those are the 5 books that I am going to be reading from my TBR jar. And then I am going to choose some TBR prompts. So, let's see what we get. Hey, I'm very intrigued by these challenges. So, as you saw, I picked out 5 reading prompts from the TBR jar. First challenge, or the last challenge I picked out of my TBR jar was read mine and Taylor's Book of the Month buddy read. I'll have to text her and see what we're planning on reading because we have a couple books planned for December. I know we still need to finish Fire by Kirsten Cashore, but I think we wanted to read Hellbent and Foul Heart Huntsman in December, so that will be really fun. This next one says TikTok, so I literally just scroll on TikTok and whatever book comes up on my feed, and if I haven't read it yet, then I'll pick that book to read, so that will be very fun to do. This one says ask a librarian to pick a book for me. This one was a fun challenge I thought of last month to do, and I never got it picked, so I'm gonna have to see if I can call the library because they're still open until like 8, and it's like 7:23 right now. Hey, look, there's Mr. Davis. Anyways, I think I will do this tomorrow because I have plans in the afternoon, so I think I can squeeze this in. This one I should have pulled this when my Nana was here. It says let a relative pick a book for you, and my Nana was just here hanging out with me the whole day today, so I should have had her do it. And this last one is read a book with ghost in them, in the title or in the story. So pretty interesting challenges. I am gonna go on TikTok and scroll, and I'll let you know what the first book is. I also need to go text my friend Taylor and see which book we're actually gonna buddy read. And I also need to contact the library and see if one of them can pick out a book. If not, I'll do the library prompt tomorrow. But I'm pretty excited for these 5 prompts that I have. So yeah, those are the prompts I have, and then I will come back and show you what the books actually look like and what books I picked from the videos and everything like that. So come along with me. I'll be right back. So I just texted one of my cousins who is a reader. Her name's Kim as well. Not the same way my mom spells it, but I just asked her to see if she wants to FaceTime me real quick and if it's okay if I have her be a part of my video. I'm gonna pick 3 books and I'm gonna see which one she can pick for me We'll see if she responds. Sometimes she really doesn't respond. So who knows if we're going to hear from her tonight. But I thought the 3 books that I can have her choose from. Hold on a second. Oh, she can, this isn't a sequel, but she can choose from Gilded by Marissa Meyer. A Shadow Crown by Melissa Blair, the sequel to Broken Blade. Wow, brain fart. And the sequel to House of Salt and Sorrow, which is House of Roots and Ruins. So we'll see which of these 3 she will pick. I don't think she'll know any of these, to be honest, but maybe she knows some of these. We'll see. I'm kind of going to be really surprised and shocked of what books she will pick for me, and if she doesn't pick, I might go to the next relative that I had in mind. Again, I should have done these when I was with my Nana. Hello bookish friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading, and for today's video I am here to film my December TBR part 1 because when I was grabbing all my books that I wanted to read this month, I did not realize how huge this TBR is. This is very, very ambitious of me, like the most ambitious I will have the whole year. The first half of this video, or the first part of the TBR, are all the books I will for sure read in the month of December. So I want to just jump into it. I have them separated in categories. So like the first categories are my library books. Next category will be sequels / series I would like to catch up on or complete. My hair does not want to listen today. Ugh. I need a haircut. Anyways, and then I have some arcs that I need to get to that comes out in January. I'm participating in Buzzword and Mel from Completely Melanie's TBR Knockout Challenge. That's mentioned in here, and then the TBR Tackle Challenge, which is over on Instagram, will also be in here, and there's a lot of buddy reads I'm doing. So without further ado, let's jump into the shortest category, and that is my library books. So I have 3 books here. So the first one I would like to get to in December, and I know I will because I just checked out the audiobook from my Hoopla account, and that is Beholder by Ryan LaSalle. This is his newest YA thriller that just came out in October, end of October. Yeah, and I just got it last month, so it's been sitting on my shelf for quite a while. I'm hoping I'll get to it in October or in December. Wow, in December, because like I said, I do have the audiobook checked out at the moment, so hopefully I'll get to this one. Then this next one, I just bought the audiobook. The audiobook was like $7 on Audible for some odd reason, and so I am definitely going to be listening to Defiant by Brandon Sanderson. This is the 4th installment of the Skyward series. I am super excited but also nervous to see how the series will end. I'm going to be reading this next after my current read. So I'm very excited to see where this story takes place. It's been a while since I read book 3, so hopefully I remember everything that happens in book 3, and then I can jump into Defiant. Along with the sequels I want to read, I want to continue my series of A Good Girl Guide to Murder, so I'll be reading Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. This is the 2nd book of the trilogy. Who is blowing me up? Oh my gosh. My family is. That makes sense. My bad. But I'm very excited to see where this story takes place in book 2. I hear people love the sequel more than book 1, so that's pretty exciting for me, and I am just curious to see where we go from here. And after this, I only have 1 more book and I will be a completed trilogy. I think I'm going to read book 3 in January, so that will be super fun to wrap up a series in January. Next are just books I would like to get to in December. So in December, I have this one checked out on my Hoopla account as well, and that is Omen of Ice by Hus Acadio. I am so sorry for butchering your name. I'll try and learn how to say it with the audiobook. I have the audiobook checked out from Hoopla currently, so hopefully I'll get to this one, and if I do, that'll be really great because this is one of my Owl Crate books, and your boy has a lot of Owl Crate books to get to. Also, this is a stunning edition. I love it. Next series I want to get caught up on because I'm so far behind on is the Keeper of the Lost City series by Shannon Messenger. This is book 4, Never Seen. This has been on so many TBRs. I just need to get to it. And I literally have the audiobook on my Audible account in my library, and I just need to hit the play button and I'll read it. Oh my goodness. Maybe I need to pull it back today. Anyways, I need to continue. I was going to join Mel from Completely Melanie. Her read along for the series started this year, but I fell so far behind. She's already on like book 8 or 9 of the series for the read along, and obviously I'm only on book 4. So I know Lori and I was supposed to buddy read this earlier this year, so maybe Lori, we can buddy read this one next month. Lori and I was also supposed to buddy read this one, but we never did. And that is Kingdom of the Curse by Carrie Maniscalco. I'm putting this in my TBR as like a last chance for 2024. Because I definitely want to, I think I'm going to have to reread book 1 if I don't get to this in December. And also this book just feels kind of like weirdly winter vibes. So very curious to see what goes on in the series. Speaking of series, I have 2 sequels here that I have not read yet. Are we surprised? But both of their finales come out in January next month. So I was like, oh, perfect time to read the sequels in December. So we have Beasts of Ruin by Ayana Gray. This would actually go good with one of the TBR knockout prompts that Mel does over at Completely Melanie. Wow, I'm shouting out Mel a lot. One of her prompts is to read a book that you got gifted or someone gifted to you. And as you guys know, my friend Taylor gifted this to me back in July of last year. And I still have not read this book yet. Oh my gosh. But I'm still pretty excited to see where we go in this universe. I might have to do a reread of book 1, or I might have to watch book reviews, but we'll see how it goes. But book 3, Beasts of War, I'll put the beautiful yellow cover here, comes out January 23rd. I'll put the correct release date on the screen as well in case I'm wrong. I think it comes out January 23rd, and I have an e-arc of book 3, so I was like, if I wanted to, I could binge read this trilogy this month. So we'll see if I actually do that. Fingers crossed I do. Same vein of book 3 coming out in January, which is the finale of the trilogy, and that is Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kemmerer. This is book 2 of the trilogy. I read book 1 earlier this year. It was actually like my first book I've read for this year. And then I started book 2 the minute I finished book 1, but there was no news about book 3 at the time, so I literally stopped reading it because of that reason. I got to chapter 10, page 112, and I was really enjoying the sequel as much as I loved book 1, but I only put it down because we had no news for book 3, but now we do, and that is Destroy the Day by Bridget Kemmerer. The 3rd and final book of the trilogy comes out January 16th next month, so hopefully I'll read this in December, and then when my pre-order for book 3 comes, I will read it when it comes. We'll see if it does. My Queries book club pick for the month of December is Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Mirror. If you'd like to join us, please message me down below. I would love to have you guys there. And I'm very curious to see what I will think of this, because again, this book has also been on multiple TBRs. Going into my buddy reads, I'm going to do my friend Lori first, because we have 3 buddy reads that we're doing. So the first one we would like to do is What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. This is the first book in a new YA fantasy series. A beautiful, stunning addition from Owl Crate. Y'all have knocked it out of the park. Very excited to see what we both think, because we have super similar tastes to each other, so for reading. I'm curious to see if we both love this one or not. Another one we definitely will get to in the month of December is Trust of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book in the Secret Project series from Brandon Sanderson when he wrote his 4 secret novels during the pandemic. I'm very excited to see how this goes. I also have the audiobook of this checked out from my Hoopla right now, so if I do when I do better read this with Lori, I'm definitely listening to it via audiobook. So very stoked for that. And then this one we don't have to finish in December. We decided if we start it in December and don't finish it in December, we're both going to be okay with it. At first, I wasn't going to be okay with it, but do y'all see this chunker? It is Empire the Vampire by J. Kristoff. I meant to read this in October when my friend Taylor picked this book for me. She picked this book for me out of my TBR bag that I brought for her. I'll leave that video up above or down below. Hi Taylor, I love you still. But I have not read this yet, so hopefully we'll start this and we're gonna make a page breakdown and everything. So if you want to join us for that buddy read, let me know and I'll add you to mine and Lori's chat. Speaking of buddy reads, I am buddy reading with my friend Clint. We are going to be reading A Cruel and Fated Light by Ashley Shuttleworth. This is the sequel to A Dark and Hollow Star. Book 3 also came out this month, but I don't think I'm going to read book 3 in the month of December, so I might read book 3 in January. My friend Sydney and I, we are buddy reading 2 books. I think we're buddy reading these 2 for sure. I'm not sure about this first one, but that is The Whisper Man by Alex North. This will actually fulfill one of the prompts for Buzzword that Lala over at Books and Lala does. The buzzword is sound related words, and obviously whisper is a sound related word. So very stoked for this. I could not find this book on my shelf for the longest time until my friend Sydney and I FaceTime the other day, and she's like, oh, we both have this book. I know we do. So we're gonna be buddy reading this. We're also going to be buddy reading, this one I know for sure, is In My Dream I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winston. Very stoked for this, but also curious to see how this one will go. Speaking of buzzwords, so like I said, buzzword is sound related words, and I saw that Lala herself featured this book in her video for buzzword, and that was A Psalmist Storm in Silence, because silence can technically be a sound even though it's not really. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know about this one, but I definitely want to complete this duology this month, because if I don't, I'm gonna be really sad. This one I found on my own. I found this on my shelf and I was like, oh, this would be a cute story to read in the winter time, and I don't know if it deals with winter or not, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. So the next book I have is Beating Heart Baby by Leo Min. This is a new to me author and a new to me book. I got this in my Rainbow Crate in July of this year or last year. Can't remember which year exactly, but the word beating is a sound, so I was very happy when I saw this. Another one I have with whispering is Whispering Pines by Heidi Lang. I definitely want to read this because this is a library book. I guess this should have been in my first category, but that's okay. One of my ARC that is coming out in January of next year is A Drop of Venom by Sanjan Patel. This will be in my oh my gosh, November book haul. I cannot remember what month we were in. This will be my November book haul video because I just got this through Disney Books, so thank you so much, Disney. And then I have the TBR Tackle Challenges that I do over on Instagram. Their first challenge is to read a book with X, Y, or Z in the title. And for me, I have Zachary Yang and The Dragon Emperor by Zoran J. Zhao. This is the same author who wrote Iron Widow, and I read Iron Widow this year and absolutely loved it, so I cannot wait to read this one. My friend Jeff actually bought this book for me, so Jeff, I'm very excited to get to this. And it's super short too, and I haven't read a good middle grade in a while, so I'm pretty excited to get to this. And I know this is a first book in a series, so looking forward to seeing what book 2 cover will look like if there is a book 2. This next prompt is to read a book before the end of the year, so like last chance before 2024. And I've been dying to read The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty. This has been on my TBR all year long, so I'm pretty stoked to get to this finally. And again, book 2 is supposedly come out in 2024, but there's no news about book 2 at all. But I've been hearing nothing but amazing things about this book, so I'm pretty stoked to get to it. Next is to read a gifted book because it's the month of December. And so for a gifted book, I could have done like a book that somebody gifted to me or that you got in a book subscription box. So I went with the second option, is to read a book from a book subscription box. And I had two choices for this one because I had two Owl Crate books. And this one won my poll that I had on Instagram. And that is This Dark Descent by Kaylin Josephson. I'm very stoked to get to this one. This was one of my most anticipated reads of the whole year as well. This is a Jewish fantasy inspired story, and I don't think we got a lot of Jewish folklore type of stories, so I'm very excited to see what that has in store for us. But these stencil edges that Owl Crate has been doing, gorgeous. So yeah, this will be on my TBR. Next is to read a holiday story, and so I might change this one because my friend Cindy, she said she tried to read this one and she literally DNF'd it at like 30%, so that's a little nervy for me. And that is Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Krochner. I picked this up from Book of the Month in December last year, and I just never got around to reading it. So I was like, ooh, this will be a perfect month to read it. If I don't read this one, I can do the Holiday Swap. I own the book, but I'm too lazy to get it. The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox, I can do that one because that one intrigues me more than this one. And then the last challenge is to read a book with red or green on the cover. And so this will also be in my November book haul. This will be the first time I'm featuring this on my channel. And that is The Heavy Murtagh by Christopher Paolini. This is the 5th installment of the Aragon series. I cannot believe like not all, but some of my childhood series are like coming back to me as I'm an adult. And it's pretty stoked to see this chunky book waiting for me. I bought this at Target during their buy two get one free during the Black Friday deal, and this was one of the free books I got, so I'm pretty stoked for this. Can't really say too much about it, but other than that, that is everything I want to read for part 1. My stack fell for part 1, but come back later in the month for part 2. Also come back for more videos because I'm posting every single day all the way up till Christmas. So Merry Christmas, even though it's not Christmas yet, and happy holidays, and I'll talk to you guys down in the comments below. If you made it all the way through part 1 of this video, please let me know down below. Leave some sort of Christmas emoji. I don't care which Christmas emoji. Leave a Christmas emoji down below, and I'll talk to you guys down below. Hope you all have a great day or night or not. The choice is yours, and happy reading. I love you guys. Bye.